Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Bass bringing guys another video, and this one's gonna be on the Skate 4 and my wish list of Skate 4. If you guys don't know, Skate 4 was recently announced officially, and after like 10 or 11 years, I believe, they finally gave the fans the Skate 4 reveal. They don't have any gameplay at the moment, but they did officially confirm that there will be a Skate 4, and they are currently most likely going to start working on it, or it's in the works. But this video is strictly my wish list for Skate 4, and I really wish to jump right into this video is that they bring a lot of pro skaters that are legends, a lot of legendary pro skaters like Chad Muska, Tony Hawk, Rob Dyrdek, Bam Margera, all those guys from the Tony Hawk series. And I don't know if they'll be able to even get Tony Hawk in the franchise or the series. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they would have to go through like a bunch of contracts. But seeing those legends and stuff like that would be a really dope thing, because skating is a community, and it doesn't matter whether it's Tony Hawk or skate series. It would be dope to see Tony Hawk in the skate series and all these other legends in the Skate 4 franchise. And another wish list that I would love to see is more clothing and more apparel. And when I mean apparel, I mean like stuff that is popular today. Like Girl has been a popular brand in the skate franchise. Maybe like Thrasher have a little bit of more DC and have more selection of things, because if you guys don't recall, in Skate 3 it had some pretty nice clothes and it was drip, but it felt like it was missing a lot of clothing that they could have added onto it, at least for me. So it would be dope if they can do something where they bring more things such as clothing and shoes, and deck wise maybe more decks like Primitive, the newer stuff, Crooked, Toy Machine, Death Wish, all those brands. If they can bring them in and add more variants, more decks, more trucks, that'd be dope. Another thing that's on my wish list for the Skate 4 franchise is more parks, such as, and tournaments, but I'll get into that a little later in this video. But more parks such as like legendary skate parks and legendary skate spots, like in real life though, like real life legendary skate spots. If they added that to the game, that'd be pretty dope, because skating is a big community, like I've said before, and people have skated these spots time and time again, and pro skaters have done it all the time. So seeing that into a game would be pretty dope, and Skate 4 would be a perfect place to add that into the franchise. Another thing that I would wish they added to the Skate 4 franchise is real life cities, real life places. That kind of goes back to seeing real life legendary spots, real life cities, real life places. Like maybe add some parts of Los Angeles, maybe add some parts of like New York, a little bit of everything. Have a mixture in one huge map. Those things would be really nice, and if they made the game really realistic, it would be dope, because it just has a better feeling. It feels like you're more into the game, you're more interacting more with the game. And speaking of interacting, one of the things that I really wish for the Skate 4, my wish list, and I'm pretty sure you guys could agree, is a better storyline. And what I mean by is better storyline, I wish they can make it more realistic and make the storyline a little longer, to where, just an idea, if I was making a Skate 4 game, I would be like, and we saw this in Skate 2 to where you're just a skater and you're learning the basics of skating and you're having a hard time learning skating, but eventually you start picking up on a skateboard and you're broke at the time being, and you work your way up to become a millionaire or a superstar or whatever. That would be really dope, because everyone's dream as a kid or at one point was to be a superstar skater, and you guys can all agree on that. So it would be dope if they had something along those lines. And during that story mode, that gap where you're making it to a million or a superstar, there's adversity you have to face from like characters like maybe hating on you, or the professional skaters hating on you. And if you can customize your own character and make it into a legendary skater, that would be really dope. And One more creative idea I would have for that is if you can also not just create your own character and play that as a story mode, but also they should have a like professional skating career, to where like you kind of see, like for example, you see how maybe Tony Hawk, his career is brought up, or like some of these skaters' careers brought up. Maybe it would be a little harder add that into the storyline, but maybe do something like where Tony Hawk Underground 2 had these little clips of real life skaters at the end of the game of Tony Hawk Underground 1, where after you finish getting all your films, they show a bunch of real life clips of skaters. Something like that would be insanely cool, and I'm pretty sure a lot of fans, if you've been into the Tony Hawk franchise and series and all that, it was really dope, and nostalgia was really cool, because if you're into skating, whether you skate in real life or just on the game, it's one of those things where it's like pretty badass to see real lifetime of legendary skaters like Rodney Mullen, Tony Hawk, and all those other Bam Margera, all those great skaters in real life, and put them into clips, and to see kind of how those guys became legendary or professional skaters at one point. So I think that would all be dope if they can incorporate that into Skate 4 franchise. And honestly, I have high hopes that EA is gonna take their time with this, because it's been wanted so long from fans from across the world, from professional skaters to professional football players to all types of people have been wanting this game for the longest, because it's honestly one of those games that was just a great franchise, a great series. But I hope they put their time into it. That's my wish list as of right now. If I can think of more things, or if the fans have some ideas in the comment down section below, I'll definitely make another video of people's wish lists instead of my wish list, because everyone has great ideas, and some of you may have thought of something I didn't think about in this video. So if you guys at one point in the video drop a comment below of your guys' wish list for the Skate 4 series, I'd really appreciate that. But for this video, it's been your boy Bass, and I'm signing off. Deuces.